Okay, next.
Moshe Sinai.
Says Rav, it says the Torah. Rabotai. So we left off yesterday, Bechor, how important it is to pray with your talit over your head. And that's what Yaakov Avinu did with the rocks. Remember? Yaakov Avinu surrounded his head. And we said that all the evil forces wants to grab your head. It always starts with the head. Whenever a person wants to chas v'shalom start cheating on his wife, first of all, he makes him think this woman is better than your wife. Then the action takes place. But first is the bad thought, right? The evil forces always get the head first. That's why Yaakov Avinu said, I'm going to sleep. I want to be protected from the evil. What did he surround with the rocks? The head.
He knew that?
Yeah, Rashi says it over here. Says Rashi, היה שם אבנים סביב לראשו. Why? שהיה ירא מפני חיות רעות שלא יפגעו בו בשנתו. חיות רעות. Rashi is giving you over here, there is physical חיות רעות, bad animals, and there is spiritual bad animals. When a person going to sleep, he has to put protection around his head. What's the bad angels protect? How do you protect yourself from the bad angels? When you say the whole Shema Bechol. Bracho. There are some people don't know that. They only say Shema Paidul Spat. It's a mistake. You have a bracha to say. Hamapil Hevle Shena Me'inai Al Enai Tnuma Ma'afapai. With Hashem's name. With God's name. Baruch Atah Hashem. I say it every single night. Baruch Atah Hashem. Until every part of the night. According to Kabbalah, up to 11:43 right now. Chatzot. According to Halakha, all night. Try if you are up. Sometimes a person is up. He goes to sleep 12:30, 1 o'clock. There sometimes happens like this. If you know you're going to sleep past Chatzot, past 11:43, say the Amapil before that. Even if you'll speak after that, there's no problem. Even if you'll speak after that, there's no problem. Better to say it before Chatzot, before 11:43 p.m. or a.m. right? p.m. I don't know.
PM. 12 a.m.
After
12, it starts 8.
Yeah, I got confused. 11:43 p.m.
11:43 p.m.
Хай go, let it go.
Рабай, там камни маленькие были или большие?
Doesn't say.
Он его там не было.
Они выросли за ночь.
Там же один
Но
стал.
если они были маленькие, потом не имеет, как бы, есть смысл.
Now, how do we know, Hagai John, with your permission, how do we know that all those 12 rocks became one rock?
It's a stone.
Very good. At the beginning, the Torah says, "Vayikach me'avnei hamakom," and he took from the place rocks. And then he says, and he slept.
Проснулся когда.
ויקח את האבן אשר שם מראשותיו. And he took the stone that he slept over, and he made with this the altar. So he slept around 12 stones. So it says, no, they all became one stone. So before I saw a beautiful question. If the 12 stones, right, became a miracle, it became one stone. It's a miracle or no?
Yes.
So if there is such a miracle, why Hashem didn't turn the stones into a pillow? You're already making a miracle, right? You're breaking the laws of nature for the tzaddik. So why are you taking 12 stones and you're turning into a one stone? Is it comfortable to sleep on a stone? Comfortable or no?
For him was comfortable.
So why for Yaakov Avinu you don't make a miracle to make a pillow?
Здесь на comfortable, там будет comfortable.
So then keep the 12 stones. Why you need to make it one stone?
Ну, он там 14 лет вообще не лежал.
So listen, Rabotai, even if you don't have sleep for a long time, you want to sleep comfortably, why should you sleep on a rock?
А потом подушку.
So listen, Rabotai, to this. Beautiful explanation I saw. It says, the 12 stones, did they willingly become one? Or they argued with each other? It says, whenever there is an argument, there is nothing good will come out of it.
Подушки не будет.
Even if they want to argue, who's the tzaddik going to be under? There is an argument, machloket, you're not going to have success in anything. That's a Rabotai, important. Sometimes you have argument with a partner. Sometimes you have argument with a friend, with your cousin, whatever it is, over money. You'll gain more by avoiding the machloket. Your partner says, we'll do this. And you say, no, I don't want to do this. You don't want to look at each other's face now. This guy is takoy, this guy is sikoi, I don't want to talk to him. Every time it's his way, I cannot handle like that already, Rabbi. The amount of loss you're going to put on your mazal is going to be much more than the amount of loss you're thinking right now is getting you right now. always to find shalom is more bracha to you and your partner than to think, no, it's going to go my way. No, we're going to see each other in bedding. Going to see each other in the court. Don't do that. Always try to find middle ground in order to make peace. Because if there will be machloket, even rocks that turned miraculously to one rock is going to stay a rock, not going to turn to a comfortable pillow. You understand the lesson behind it? Vayishkav b'makom hahu. How do we know Bechor that he did not sleep for 14 years? The Torah says, and he fell asleep be'oto makom. And this place, he fell asleep. And what happened until now? Until now, he did not fall asleep. The Torah emphasizes that and he fell asleep at this point. Means that until now, he did not fall asleep. Bechor, can you hold yourself for 14 years not to fall asleep?
3 days уже будет целате.
אבל 14 שנים ששימש בבית עבר, לא שכב בלילה שהיה עוסק בתורה. Why he didn't sleep for 14 years, says Rashi? Because he was studying Torah.
Rabbi, this is the time when Esav came to him, not Esav's son.
Eliphaz?
Eliphaz.
I'm not sure if it's already happened, you asking?
No, that's after.
happened right away.
עולים ויורדים. Let's see, עולים בתחילה ואחר כך יורדים. It says the angels, this is the dream, that the angels going up and they're coming down. Says Rashi, why the angels going up? It says Yaakov Avinu was so tzaddik that the angels livu ba'aretz. In Eretz Israel, he had angels that surrounded him. Those angels do not come out from Eretz Israel. En yotzim mechutz la'aretz.
So new angels.
The angels that they had, Yaakov Avinu was so tzaddik that the angels protecting him, around him. Where? In Eretz Israel. Now he was about to leave Eretz Israel. The angels say, okay, we're going up. Who is coming right now down? Another group of angels for the Chutz La'aretz angels. So already different level angels. Fahmi Zodet, Ari John. Okay, let's see further.
What is that supposed to mean, though?
To tell you the holiness of Eretz Israel and the holiness of the tzaddikim. That they have angels protecting them. And the Torah emphasizes that he saw in the dream that those angels go up because he's now about to leave Eretz Israel. He's running away from his brother, from his house. Remember, Ari? Very good. You are unbelievable with us. Nitzav alav leshomro. So Rashi says, and God came on top of him, leshomro. Chota leshomro? Shomer, to watch him. ולא יצחק אף על פי שלא מצינו במקרא שיחל הקדוש ברוך הוא לשמוע על הצדיקים בחייהם לכתוב ולא יפלוני. He says there is no Yaakov Avinu. It says a dream. In the dream, he says God reveals to him. It says, I am the God of your father Yitzchak. Elohei Yitzchak. Says Rashi, God never put his name on alive people.
Right.
God always put his name on dead people. Says why? Because when a person is alive, maybe he'll make avera. Maybe he'll make a sin. Grech hakodesh dili. If a person is going to put a sin, it's going to be embarrassment that God put his name on such a person. So Rashi says, how could it be then God came to Yaakov and tell Yaakov, nice to meet you, I am God of your father Yitzchak. Is Yitzchak dead at that point or no?
No, but he was blind.
So why should God put his name on Yitzchak? Says Rashi,
He was dead, Rabbi, because he was blind.
Says Rashi, lefi shekahu einav. והרי הוא כמת. Person that is blind considered to be like dead. So Hashem said, person that is blind, chances for him to sin, to make avera, is very little. Comes out, Rabotai, where is the majority of the promise for a person to sin?
Eyes.
In his eyes. You first see wrong things, then you think wrong things, then you talk wrong things, and then you do wrong things. But the starting point is your eyes. That's how important it is to watch your eyes, not to watch prohibited things. Na televisor, na TV, na telephone. You got to be extremely careful with that. Bechor, can you watch a certain movie video that the lady has open arms? Там ничего не видно, раба, только вот это. Allowed or no? Not allowed to. Some people say, раба, это ничего не делай. Habibi, elbow of a lady, Yudia, Goya, has to be covered. You cannot look at the elbow at the lady, Hashem Yerachem, and her elbow is open. He has to be 100% covered. Very good. Next. שוכב עליה, קיפל הקדוש ברוך הוא כל ארץ ישראל תחתיו, רמה זו שתהיה נוכל להיכבש לבניו. כארבע אמות שזה מקומות של אדם. בכור, the Torah says, and he slept over there. Question to you. Where did Yaakov slept? At what part of Eretz Israel? Ari, what part of Eretz Israel Yaakov and slept? Har Moriah. So why the angels leave? Is Yerushalayim the border of Eretz Israel?
No.
So why are angels leave now?
Russia.
Rabbi, how's
Chagai, answer my question first.
Probably the only problem.
Why the angels leave now? The angels, they don't go outside Israel. It's Shishoni Barjur. Shovrim is the Barjura.
because they left?
No, but
It's not the end of Eretz Israel.
also it was prophecy.
Says Rashi. Listen to what Rashi
It
says.
was prophecy for Galut.
Listen to what Rashi says. הארץ אשר אתה שוכב עליה, לך אתננה וזרעך. The land that you are sleeping under, Hashem says to Yaakov, I'm going to give this land to your children. That's it? That's the land you give to the children?
No, all land.
So says Rashi, Hashem took all Eretz Israel and he folded
Wow.
Put under his head.
and put it under Yaakov.
Like a map.
Hashem says, this land that you sleep under,
Wow.
how simple it was for you to take that land right now to sleep. Very easy, right? It's a sign that your children will take over this land. Very easy.
So it's 12
You know,
tribes
Bechor,
that
if I would read this
separated.
100 years ago, it'll be very hard for me to understand what Rashi meant. He took all Israel and he folded it? Yeah, really? I can fold all the land of Israel
Map.
Today you
and
can
fold it?
understand.
Today, Rabotai, scientists say that reality does not exist. Bechor, you heard what I said? Your house doesn't exist. Neither your car, neither this table, neither this book, nothing exists. There is proton in the center of atom. There's electrons spinning around it very, very quick. And it makes believe there is an atom. The size of the atom, comparable to the size of the proton, and the distance between them, it's bigger than the size of the sun, further from Earth, I don't remember how many times. Millions of times. Означает some electron, something you cannot see with your eyes. Some proton, something you cannot see with your eyes. They're spinning so quick around each other
It creates the world.
that it makes you believe there is an atom. And it makes you believe there is a reality. And they say you can summarize the entire universe in a tennis ball. That's the real mass of the world. Tennis ball, it's scientifically proven. Everything else, it's illusion. Это кто говорит?
Scientists.
Наука. It's been illusion all the time.
Now why we go
The whole diamonds, jewelry, watches,
Everything.
eyes glasses, car, buildings, everything. It's illusion that it exists. It really doesn't exist. So if you understand that, and they say we don't know who controls it. Scientists, now we don't know who controls it. Who makes the electron spin so fast around the proton? To make atom, to make material, to make world. Who makes it? Ani sami говорят?
Сдаемся.
Don't know. They say that you can summarize, fold, condense the whole world into a tennis ball. Вот тебе jewelry, money, respect, houses, cars, everything is here.
Значит, правильно говорит, что
Tesla, Elon Musk, Yach, Pach, что хочешь. But everything else, they say, it's expanded and it makes you believe there is something, there is nothing there. So now, learning this Rashi, you'll be able to understand how Rashi says, you know, Yaakov Avinu was sleeping in Yerushalayim and he said the dream. Hashem said, the land that you're sleeping under is going to be the entire land. It's going to be your children's land. How could it be? I slept only on the, how tall Yaakov Avinu was? 6 feet.
Yeah.
Что, ты только 6 feet моим детям дашь? It says, that land I'm going to give to your children. The land that you're sleeping on. So what Rashi says? Hashem condensed the whole land of Eretz Israel and put it under Yaakov Avinu. Rabotai, what do we see from here? That the actions of the father is going to be giving success to the future generation of his children and his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Yaakov Avinu children conquered the land? Or Yaakov Avinu great-great-great children after Egypt, just 400 лет прошло?
Да.
the bracha that sometimes a person says, Rabbi, this person mechalel Shabbat. Как вот у него дети вышли нормальные, жена нормальные, деньги, все. How can it be? How can it be? Он шаббат у нас сидели, этот человек-то спросил, помните? What did I tell him? That sometimes a person did a mitzvah 5 generations ago, and he never cashed out on this zechut. Hashem said, I gotta pay that mitzvah that he have done. So his grandson, great-grandson tomorrow will open a business. And this guy doesn't deserve, he doesn't keep Shabbat, he doesn't eat kosher, he doesn't give tzedakah, he doesn't learn Torah, he doesn't respect people. Как у него браха есть? What's the answer? У него зехут, папа, мама, бово, прабово, кто-то. Это удостоен. Where do we see this concept? Yaakov Avinu in our Parasha. That Hashem says to Yaakov, that entire land of Israel is going to be your children. Your zechut that you right now slept over here. And you put Mizbeach over here, I'm going to remember. And I'm going to give the zechut to your great-grandchildren for their success to conquer this land. Very easy. Bechor, remember, look right now. How many years Israel is in existence? Израиль сегодня сколько времени existence? Huh? Not even 80 years, right? 80 years they were trying to get this Gaza. 80 years. They're not even finished it yet. 80 years. How long it took Am Israel without tank, without airplanes, without all the ammo, without technology? How many years it took them to conquer all Israel when they enter Israel?
He said 3 years, no?
7 years.
Oh, 7 years.
7 years. Там были 7 наций, 31 kings. Within the nations, there were groups. 31 armies. And they bunch of slaves. They don't know how to fight, how to do anything. They just came out of Egypt, bunch of slaves. In 7 years, they conquered the whole Eretz Israel. How did they do it? Johnny Taki. Huh? How do you call this? Talaf. How do you call this? Snipers?
Ninjas.
How did they get it done? 7 years? 70 years. У тебя ЦАХАЛ, у тебя IDF, у тебя палеты, ты еще не закончил работу. In 7 years, they have done much more than 70 years Eretz Israel cannot get done. How can it be?
Politics.
The zechut of Yaakov Avinu.
There was no politics in Romania.
А что мы сейчас не забираем?
Что?
Politics.
Надо зехут. You gotta keep Torah and mitzvot. Keep Torah and mitzvot. Just say, I promise you it's going to be yours. No guy is going to be able to touch you. That's a Rabotai. We have to understand the zechut of our Torah affects our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. Iratzon Rabotai will be successful in more zechuyot to ourselves, to our children. And Bezat Hashem, all of us will be successful. Baruch Adonai Le'olam.